Peace, gods and goddesses, and hail Zamet. Um, this is kind of a little bit of a rant, but also, I guess, an important discussion to have. A lot of you on this platform met me when I identified as a black communist, essentially, when I politically identified as a black communist. And even brother Kami, he met me. Fair enough, he met me as a politically identified black communist. You see, um, and in the evolution of the black mind, when he or she is thinking about one's liberation and the advancement of the race, uh, the gateway to communism comes from the sort of light it sheds on uh, the very sort of system that was created from our enslavement. So it's almost as if it's like this light at the end of a dark tunnel. Um, and to a degree, it is necessary and shows the evolution of the black mind when it comes to liberation once you arrive at this point. But you cannot get stuck here. You understand? Um, because the fundamental difference for us in the situation of proclaiming to be a proletariat um, is the simple fact that we are not of a class structure. You understand? We were barely um, classified as citizens or as humans. And as time went on, as we socially fought to be integrated, we have still yet to be socially or even economically truly integrated. You understand? We are still just preyed upon. So to be stuck in the communist phase, um, or in the proletariat phase, or to be honest, in any of these political ideologies outside of just simply wanting to advance the black race, um, you will in fact be running laps around what the true matter of the situation is. And what I mean is, I also have to touch before I even get to that. I also have to touch on uh, the idea behind the value of a lupin proletariat. Okay, um, for us Black Americans, those group of people would be the pimps, the gangbangers, drug peddlers, the whores, these type of people. Now, it is two reasons why this is dangerous, and this is also uh, why I say these political ideologies are fed to us to essentially eradicate the idea of true advancement of the race. The first part being is that for a man to say that he care about the race, okay, and he is doing things for the advancement of the race or for his people, and then to peddle drugs into the community is in fact uh, very contradictory. You know, it doesn't work together. You understand? Um, and it does not work together because a man who cares about his race, you understand, a man who cares about his race will not go and destroy another family in the name of the dollar. Okay, you have to understand that a lot of those characters were chasing the dollar in hope that that will in turn give him the ability give him the ability to do more and change his race, do more for the advancement of his race. This is very weak and false thinking. The dollar will not save us. Do you understand? That is a currency that is controlled, not even by the people who proclaim to have enslaved us. Do you understand? uh, the people of America, the white people of America, are in fact still battling for the ability to control their own currency from foreign European bankers. But that is a different discussion. Um, so for a man to be driven by the dollar and not driven by the pure love and advancement for his race is problem number one, and it leads to problem number two. It is easily corrupted, very easily corrupted. The right amount of dollar will in fact turn him against his own people, which is why we have so many black informants. Um, and this stems from uh the black race, especially here in America, but in general, not being able to adhere to strict guidelines because of their fear of true authority, because of the symbolic gesture of authority that we have endured during slavery. Okay, we were in fact under some type of authoritarian rule. Okay, because we were slaves and we still are. You understand? So this traumatized the black mind to any sense of authority and control and strictness in one way of thinking. Okay, it traumatized us because we were beaten into thinking one way, we were beaten into acting one way, we were beaten into lying. So now that we are freed men, the idea of something like the Zombie Nation creating an aristocratic monarch is is fearsome. You understand? Because this instills the oneness. This is a one track train. Do you understand? We are on one track, one mind, and that is the advancement of the black race. So any political ideology truly does not matter. Do you understand? And and in fact does not truly apply to us until we have a place of our own. Then we can debate politics amongst one another, because politics are nothing more than the way and the flow and the governance of a society and a culture. And the politics reflects the culture. We have no culture because we have nowhere to even truly call our own. Our culture has been robbed. So I say all this to say, do not get stuck in the phase of communism, socialism, proletariat this, pessimist this, Democratic Party this, that, and the third. Advancement of the black race will come in all forms. Do you understand? It will take many different forms. But the main goal is advancement of the race. And the moment that all creators, okay, all theorists of any political ideology out there are pertaining to black nationalism, if you are a black nationalist, the moment you can just say that I am for the advancement of the black race, it is that much easier to adhere to a one track train that we can all progress together versus sitting around debating democratic this, socialism this, communism this, looping proletarian this, which is fucking self-destructive. um you have to break free of this and understand that the advancement of the race is the most important thing. And this is why an aristocratic monarch is important, because it allows room for you to essentially think whatever you want to think, as long as it is on the track of the advancement of the black race. Do you understand?